Sometimes we think of gaming accessories as expensive, but you'd be surprised how many low-ticket items are damn useful. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, the 10 best gaming accessories under $25. Hey, so just as a little disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. It's just some recommendations. We've got links to everything in the description, and hopefully it might make the holiday season a little bit easier on you. Number 10 is a WALI single LCD monitor desk mount, which is fully adjustable and handles up to a 27-inch 22-pound screen. It's pretty simple. You mount it on the outside edge of your desk, and it gets rid of the issue of having your screen taking up space on the desk. It also adds the ability to swivel, which you can't do that with a monitor. You can adjust the height, basically adds some flexibility as well as gives you more room on top of your desk to fill with clutter. Oh, if I just had some more room on my desk, I could keep it clean. No, you won't keep it clean, but you will have more room. But let's say this, it does add comfort, being able to customize exactly where your monitors are, the eye level, the angle. It's just better. This monitor desk mount does come in at the high end of our list, but that's only $24.99, so it's not that bad. It's actually a pretty good deal. Number 9 is an Anker 4-port USB 3.0 hub. Keeping in mind not everybody has moved everything to USB-C, the fact that we have USB 3.0 hubs at such a low price is pretty useful. Now, USB-C is certainly being implemented, but with this durable, portable USB 3 hub, you still get the really fast transfer rates, 5120 Mbps, and it's much smaller than a lot of other hubs. It's also compatible with pretty much all the game consoles, because they're all using USB 3.0 and, again, not USB-C. I'm interested to see the next generation and what they do with that, but we're not there yet. This Anker 4-port USB 3.0 ultra slim data hub is only going to set you back $9.99, so frankly, you're probably going to have a tough time feeling ripped off for it. Number 8 is a Vixen extended gaming mousepad, which basically is set both your keyboard and your mouse on top of this thing. It's waterproof, it's got a very smooth surface, and a non-slip base. Now, you don't need a mousepad for your keyboard, but as far as playing a game, it's often nice to have a much larger mousepad. In fact, one that doesn't really end. That's why putting your keyboard over on the left side of it and having a nice large area to swipe your mouse around. I mean, specifically this thing is 31 inches by 15 inches. It's much bigger than the typical mousepad or even some of the keyboard / mouse pads. It's a comfortable, durable, and all-around good solution for not only keeping your mouse clean, but giving you a good surface to game on. Number 7 is the NZXT puck cable management and headset mounting thing. I don't really know what to call it because it is certainly its own thing. They call it a puck, so I'll just refer to it as that. It's a little magnetic square that has a groove that you can wrap a wire around and is big enough to put most sets of headphones hanging over. Obviously, it's geared towards headset users, but even if you didn't have one, it's a really versatile way of managing what can be a pretty dense mess of wires. If you've ever used a computer, you've dealt with that issue. It's made of silicone and you can separate it so that you can store more wires. Generally, it's just an overall good thing. A really good headphone stand that doubles as a USB charger that actually sort of stealthily fits under your desk is the KOOZOO under-desk headset holder mount with 3-port USB charging station. Basically bolts under your desk, glue a couple clips on, put your wire through it, and you've got a really good charging / wire management / headphone storage solution. It comes in at $24.99, and for what it is, that's pretty good actually. Number 6 is the Surge PS4 controller charging cable and battery pack. I'm gonna go ahead and say the real star of this one is the battery pack itself. Considering how bad the PS4 controller's battery life can be, to extend the life of the battery by about double more or less makes this very useful. It does make the controller a little bit heavier, but honestly I'm not bothered by that in the least. Now, that's not to say the cable itself isn't great. It's a 10-foot cable, it's braided, it's flexible, it's durable, and frankly, even if you blaze through this thing, it's nice to have. And these things come in at a pretty good price, all things considered. You can pick this up for $14.99. On the Xbox side of things, there's the NYKO modular power station, which is a 2-port power station that includes 2 rechargeable batteries for your Xbox One controllers. You just plug into the side of the Xbox One, and you pretty much always have batteries. That comes in at $13.99. Number 5 is the KUTech vertical stand with a cooling fan for the PlayStation 4. Now, this is compatible with the PS4 Slim and the regular old PlayStation 4, and frankly, the cooling solution is pretty good. I mean, just as a case, it works quite well, having 2 controller charging ports as well as some USB ports on the front, but to have built-in fans is good, to say the very least, especially if you've got one of the older PS4s where the cooling fans themselves are extremely loud. These are a bit quieter and help keep the console cooler, so it doesn't need to do that as much. It's also nice and cheap at $16.99. Number 4 is the Cloudcity black desktop computer drawer. It's basically if you got a spare bay on your computer and you don't know what to do with it, here's what to do with it. Make it into a drawer, because nobody's going to look for whatever you're going to put into this drawer in one of your hard drive bays. Also, if you're an earbud wearer, it's a really good place to keep those, because it's a really easy thing to lose or step on if you leave them on the floor. Now, it's not going to shock you with some amazing function beyond that of a drawer, but I think a miniature drawer is actually pretty useful if you've got the space for it. Plus, it's only $11.88. Number 3 are the JNS Blue Light Shield computer reading / gaming glasses. These don't magnify your screen, so they're not like traditional reading glasses. What they do is block out UV and more specifically blue light. Now, what that means is it filters out about 90% of high energy blue light, which the vast majority of screens and electronic devices emit. It's also the kind of light that's known to strain eyes and cause degeneration over time. These glasses are overall the type of thing that you would maybe want if you do a lot of night gaming, especially because they'll help avoid strain for that. They come in at $24.99. For number 2, we have a couple of media remotes for you. First, one for Xbox One, very stylish, more of a standard TV remote on account you can do that on Xbox One. Very comfortable, very thin build, takes 2 AA's, so nothing fancy, but certainly a workable solution. That's $19.87, and its equivalent, the PlayStation 4 remote, is significantly simpler. It doesn't have the same TV functions, so you don't need a lot of those buttons, but it does manage to put a lot of buttons in a single area with your directions, your L1, R1, L2, R2, your shape buttons, your enter button are basically on a wheel. It's very intuitive and well made. Also operates on 2 AA's, also nice and thin, comes in at $16.64. And finally, number 1 is CYBERCLEAN. CYBERCLEAN's kind of a goop. You take it out of its little case, push it onto whatever item you're cleaning. It fills up little areas like between keys, sticks to whatever nasty is in there, and brings it up. It's also reusable, so you don't just use it once and that's it, but I do have to imagine it eventually gets horrible. That being said, it does disinfect. It gets your dust, it gets your oil. It does a pretty damn good job. If somebody told me to come up with a good cleaning product, this is not what I would come up with, and that's because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's such a good idea, and it's not even that expensive. For $15.43, you can easily clean pretty much any electronic surface you have, including basically any texture like microphones or any video game controller. It's really useful, it works really well, and I would recommend at least trying it. You planning on buying any of these? Do you have any of these? Can you share your experience with them? Leave us a comment, tell us what you're thinking about, and if you like this video, please click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click the subscribe button and do not forget to click the notification button. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at FalconTheHero, and we'll see you next time right here on gameranx.